people. I bow down for everyone. My time.
I am who I am because I am who I am. I am who I am. Take it or fucking leave it. But I put in the motherfucking work.
Hold on. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. First of all, I just wanted to come on here today and say thanks for the love, y'all. Because I wasn't expecting that video to get like that many views, first of all. And y'all really outdid yourself. Like, okay, so I'm looking at it now and it's like, finna hit 1,000. It's at 1,000 right now. It's at like 902, basically 1,000 by tomorrow. But y'all is showing me so much love. And it's like, OMG. I really appreciate that. Like, I really do. I really do. Like, y'all might not realize it, but I really do because I realized that maybe I won't get a congratulations from the people that I really want it from. But I realized that there's people out here, complete strangers. But I always view y'all, anybody that's like subscribing to me and stuff like that, y'all always family. You feel me? It's literally in my bio. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the baby, this is the house of pastels. You know what I'm saying? And I just appreciate that y'all showing me as much love as y'all do. So yeah. But get into that braid. How long you been doing hair? Since birth. Oh my gosh, like I didn't think that video was actually gonna like, go up. I was just doing it. And it's like when I do post, it's more of like I just wanna do it just to kind of just put it in the books. You feel me? Because I feel like I didn't talk about this, but when I tell you I was house hopping like crazy. I've been house hopping basically in like, okay, I think first I've house hopped like 4 times until I just was like, you know what, if I'm finna like be home, because I really didn't know where to go, because I was like, if people are going to keep like, kicking me out and I'm gonna have to keep, whoop de woo, then I was like, maybe I should just go chase like my own dreams or something. And one day I just woke up because I really got tired of like, people just not respecting my presence, period. You feel me? Because it's like at the end of the day, whether it's like, me being friends, being family, this and that, woo woo, I think a lot of times people don't really like care about your age. Your age isn't really a factor anymore nowadays. Because me personally, I've always thought, I can't even talk. I've always thought that when you are a certain age, people would have more respect for you. Not like because you're older, but I've always thought that people will have more respect for you just because you're young and like, maybe you're still trying to figure out life. You're still trying to figure out what you want to do. But it's like, I don't think people understand how hard it is to be a gay guy, especially, like transition and stuff like that. Like today is the day that I'm supposed to be taking my hormone shot. But it's like, I don't know, I just been like doing my hair and stuff like that. But, just, like I just be doing things to like, make me feel cute and stuff like that. Still try to like, build myself up because I love my house. But sometimes it gets so lonely. So I'm glad that when I got on YouTube just to see like what the counts was giving, y'all showed me so much love. And it's like, wow, like y'all really tuned into that. Like I didn't know that people really like watch the videos like that. And I really do appreciate that. Like I'm definitely gonna start doing more videos. Well, I already planned on doing more videos, but now since like y'all really tuning in and stuff like that, like I'm really happy. Like I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about that because this is a really big like accomplishment. And no, it's not my first apartment, but this is my first apartment where I didn't have to share anything. Like really, like this is my first apartment where I didn't have to share anything. Period. Like my first real apartment at 21. I ate that off the bone. And I'm gonna start going to school so I could get my money up and really like, pop my shish. Going to the real world, eating it up, eating the grass. Mwah. Yeah, yeah. But it's like looking back when I could have just went back home. It's like sometimes you really just be like, why go back home when you really could do something different. Like it was either go back home, get forced to like detransition, or just become homeless in a different state and push your luck. And I feel like God was talking to me, and God was like, because around this time I was on the phone with like one of my exes, and my ex she well he they 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 was like in New York, and they was just saying like, oh yeah, like the shelter is free, this and that with you, and they provide food, and they like have vouchers, and they help you get you on your feet. All you gotta do is get a job, and then you woo. All you gotta do is get income, and you good. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep it in mind. But the bills came around, and I think one thing that I hated was the fact that when I was in New Orleans, I feel like all I've ever wanted to do, like right now in this season of my life, was genuinely just peacefully transition. And I really like accomplished that. And I'm like very happy about that. I finally reached the year. And once I reached the year, um, I kind of just moved out of New Orleans because I genuinely just got tired of the way I was getting treated. And when God tells you to leave out of a situation, then you really have to leave. God even took away my old phone because it's like looking back, it's like wow, like I really had too much like bad energy in my old phone, and that's what was keeping me. Because when I lost that phone, I felt like I lost everything. And when I lost my phone, I wasn't able to make money and generate money how I used to. So yeah, like when I felt like I really just like hit rock bottom, that's when I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna like leave, I'm gonna leave with a bang. So like you could really look at my videos, but I'm gonna just like explain because like I'm just really happy that like people are really tuned in, and I feel like y'all should really like hear this. But yeah, like me being in New Orleans, I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave with a bang. So what I did was I booked the ticket because I was, just going off of faith, going off of the things that God has instilled in me, you know, because I didn't run into like my ex for no reason. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just see what it's about. And bills was coming up. I had the money to pay the bills, but I just was like, nah, like I'm really tired of this shit. Like, um, I booked the flight. And for some reason, when I booked the flight, I never was scared. I never was scared. Um, and it's so funny because when you like really jump out the nest, you're supposed to be scared. Like when you really jump off the porch, you're supposed to be scared. And when I say jump off the porch, I mean like really, because around this time I was in school and I was like, with my family and stuff like that. But I feel like, how do I say this? There just wasn't wrong. I feel like, your family already has everything set up. And I feel like whether it was like my parents, my brother, or just like, my auntie, or like my sister, or anybody, I feel like they didn't really have wrong. And I feel like a lot of times that happens, even though like it's not really supposed to be like that, but it happens. And I realized that a lot of trans people go through that. And I feel bad for the fact that like a lifestyle like this could be so sad. Just like saying like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just, be trans. And first it always starts off just being gay. People make fun of you because you gay, you go to school, people make fun of you, but you like keep it a secret at home. Even though like your parents they probably already know, but you still keep it a secret or whatever. And you kind of start bullying yourself because you're like, oh well, like maybe if I just watch straight porn, straight corn, then you know I'll be different. And it's like that's when I feel like that's when the suicide starts setting in. Some people, I feel like some gay LGBTQ members, they would like, wind up killing themselves over the stuff because it's like being gay is already hard. You feel me? But being trans is a whole different story. Like you really, being gay is one thing. being feminine is a whole nother aspect. Being feminine when you are biologically a masculine being, it's wild and it's very challenging. But I realized that it is life at the end of the tunnel. Well, when I meant to say light, it's light at the end of the tunnel because it's like when I walk down the street and it's like now it's like wow, like I'm starting to see why I really like went on this journey. And it's like I'm finally at a part of my journey where happiness is an option. You feel me? And I feel like for anybody that's like watching this video, whether you are like, you know, straight or gay or trans or bisexual or this and that, if you are dealing with a narcissistic household where somebody in the house is either forcing you to do more than you can or forcing you to be something that you're not, my advice to you, if you love yourself enough, you will actually find better. And I was so scared of being alone. I was so scared of going to a whole different state, 1,430 miles away from everything that I've ever known, everything that I once like loved, to something that I've never seen before, something that I only see on movies, something that I only see on Instagram, something that I only see, like something that I only hear about, something that I never thought that I would ever touch. Not even on a vacation. One day, and it's so crazy because it's like everything that I've ever wanted is here. But I was just so scared to like just do it. But my advice to you, and it's just for like straight gay, everybody hearing this, everybody that's young hearing this, everybody that's in their 20s, everybody that's teenagers, specifically for the 20s, because if you're 30, like, come on now. You had time, no shade. But specifically for my girls in like the 20s, my boys in the 20s, and the teenagers and preteens, I know what it's like to deal with a narcissistic household. And you don't even gotta be gay to like listen to this. But there are better places, better opportunities. Don't let your family make you believe that that is the best it's going to get. Don't let your family make you believe that you have to depend on them for happiness, for security, for money, for a roof, or anything. Because God said, book the flight and just get out. Because there's a story about, it's called Sodom and Gomorrah. And it talks about how, like, basically a woman, I forgot the name, but a woman, she, basically had to leave out of a place that was like full of sin. And God told her, leave and don't look back. And if she looked back, she's going to turn into a pillar of salt. And it's like, wow, like now since I'm thinking about it, it makes so much sense now because it's not that I'm gonna turn into a pillar of salt, but that metaphor means that if you leave your situation, whether it's for a relationship or anything, and look back, everything is going to start crashing down in your new situation. And I stand on that. So I want y'all to know that there's better out there and there is light at the end of the tunnel. Because you have to really have faith of a mustard seed. You really do. You have to believe that you deserve good and you're going to get that. No matter what the circumstances look like. Because it doesn't matter what things look like. It matters what you believe. And that's all that matters. And everything will manifest in your life. And that's what life taught me. Because never once did I ever think, don't get me wrong, I believed it. But I thought that everything stopped with my first apartment, my first shared apartment. But it's so crazy how your life can really change. Like one minute you're waking up in a shared apartment, in school, trying to get your, stuff together, looking for a job, stressing real bad, this and that with you. And then the next minute, you're just happy. Like you're happier than you've ever been. Do y'all know what I took on a flight? The only thing that I took was hygiene products and my hormones. I was like, you know what, when I get there, I'm gonna just like, buy clothes or whatever. I'm gonna start over. And that's what I did. But I just wanna let everybody know that's listening. That's better. The grass is definitely greener on the other side of the fence. Because and even if the grass ain't greener, you don't have to settle for anybody's field. Maybe you could just go on a road, keep walking, keep walking. That could be your life. But there's grass. The grass is greener on the other side of the fence, and I want everybody to know that. You don't have to stay in your situation. And when you do leave your situation, do not look back. Because if you do look back, then your new situation will turn into your old situation. Okay? But I love y'all, and I really do appreciate all of the support that y'all gave me and all the congratulations for getting my new apartment because this really was a journey. And it's like when you think nobody's like watching, it's like, wow, like y'all really show me love. And that's something that I haven't gotten. Like I really haven't got my chips in like a while. Like people don't give me my tens. How I should, like, you feel me? Like people don't really give me my tens. Like they really be hating on your girl. Like real talk. Like that's not even a joke. Like people really be hating on your girl though. And it's crazy because I don't think anybody has ever just was like, oh, congratulations, this and that with the ain't nobody tell me no congratulations. Like what the hell? And so fat keep throwing it back, she bad as hell. Like what? This is crazy. This manifestation journal. I've been writing in this journal since the beginning of my journey. Let me show y'all something. This is who I said that I was gonna be. I knew that I was gonna be Jules. Cause baby, at the end of the day, and it's sad that like I'm glad I learned what I went through, and I'm glad I didn't stay in it. And one thing about me, when I leave, I don't go back. I don't go back to relationships. I don't go back to friends. I don't go back to family. I don't go back to nothing. But I will keep it cordial and I will be respectful. But my lesson today is that everybody's watching this knows how they should be treated. And I want y'all to go look for that. And do not settle for the bare minimum. Do not settle for anything that you don't want to settle for. Don't settle for no job. Don't settle for no bullshit. Don't settle for nothing. Now, I can understand if you do have a job and it's not that bad because every job is annoying, honestly, unless it's something that you love. But if you got a job and you know it's not something that you want to do, you bleed. You wind up bleeding that hate on other people. You feel me? You can tell when somebody at a job don't really want to be at their job because they're making everybody else feel uncomfortable in the job. Don't be here today hating your life. And it's never too late to do anything. I made moves as soon as I left my parents' house. I started making moves, trying to figure out how to get money, how to do this, how to do that, how to do. It's never too late. It's life. And it's not the fact that like I'm trying to like, put in work so I could be like very successful and be a millionaire. Of course that is the plan, but you don't wanna like wake up one day and then you're just not happy. You don't wanna wake up today and not be happy. You don't wanna wake up any time in history period and be unhappy with yourself. So yeah. More of the story, leave that situation, and I love you so much. And I really do thank you for the support because I know like a lot of people watching that video, they probably thinking like, dang, like I want that to be me one day. It will be you. It will. It will. And I want it to be you one day. Today, I want it to be you. And yeah, that's all I have to say for today. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video. Mwah. And remember, this is your world. I'm just living in it. Yeah.